All right. All right. We'll jump on here in 1 minute. 1 minute. Okay. All right. Okay. Welcome to the live session for February 4th, 2026. Let's get started here. So, we're in this consolidation sideways. We're outside of the channel. See, here's that bullish channel here. We're outside of it. Now, we have a bearish divergence here on the daily. We got a bearish divergence. RSI is under 50. We got a squeeze setting up. There's still big earnings week. We still got some earnings coming up, but we all know the trend, right? The trend is tech is falling. Tech is selling off. Tech is weak. And we might have a good day tomorrow on tech, but I think it's I don't think it's done. I don't think it's done falling just yet. And you can see that the market's weak. So we have that bearish divergence here. Okay, we have that bearish divergence, and then we have this false breakout here at 7,000. We made a new high and we couldn't get out, failed, and now we're in this chop consolidation area. We're holding that 6,900. We need to hold this 6,850 for sure. So I'm thinking tomorrow maybe we come back up here, 6,950, maybe a little bit more, 6,962. But overall, I think the market is a little tired, especially with tech going down. The market can't sustain these levels without tech. It's heavy. It's heavy tech. We think QQQ and all that is a heavy tech, but S&P 500 has a lot of tech in it as well. So what this is looking like, if we lose 68.34, that's gonna be the line right there. If we lose 68.30, if we lose that, we're gonna sell off. This is gonna be distribution. This is gonna be distribution here, and we're gonna have weak tech, and it's gonna sell off. We're gonna come down to 67.50, 6,700, and 66. 6,600, and that's where we're gonna end up. I think. There's a rotation, obviously, out of tech and into consumer staples and energy. Now, I think that tomorrow we're probably gonna have some pullback consolidation on consumer staples, and maybe have a little rally in tech, but I'm not sure that's gonna last too long. And I think this is setting up for a drop, because we need to get back over 7,000 to even be inside the channel, and we're not. It doesn't look like that we're gonna do that with the bearish divergence, the failed breakout. Let's see. Just can't get past that 7,000. Can't do it. Can't do it. So, um, market's overall weak. Inside the chop, it's been choppy and weak. It was strong last week. It was strong to lead up into this week. Um, and then this week it's been kind of just weak, weak. Okay, and we could see on the 4 hour here we're making lower highs and lower lows. So again, I think maybe we go 69.50, maybe 50. 69.50 or 69.60. And then I think we stop there and then drop back down. So far what I'm looking at the general market S&P 500 is that we're consolidating sideways, but it's looking weak, and it's looking like we potentially could drop off of here. Okay, now I'm not trying to say any of that prematurely, but that's what I see. That's what I'm looking at. So that consolidation, we're outside of the channel. We lose that 68.30. Now we go 67.50, then 6,600 right there. And that 200 SMA could be coming up. Maybe we test those, then set up for a push higher. But right now I'm not seeing a very strong case to hit the highs again. If that changes, market could change. But right now, it's just like hedge up. So whatever push we get tomorrow, if we get past 69.68 or 69.70, we get past 69.70 tomorrow, then we might have a chance. But if we're rejecting 69.60, then we're just weak. The market's weak, and it's more like the market's weak because of tech. Tech is weak. Okay, so let's look at SPY now. All right, so SPY. Okay, here's a bullish channel on SPY. We've been out of that, right? We had that rising wedge. Okay, we fell out of it, then we recovered. Okay, and then we just kind of been steadily right here, hanging on that 686. Okay, we're between the 50 SMA and the 20 SMA, and we're below this consolidation here. Okay, so we're already out of this consolidation. Okay, if we lose 685, we're gonna be going to 680 and then 677.50. Okay, we test that, maybe bounce there, but most likely, if the overall market drops, we're gonna be going to 666.80 right here, that golden line. Okay, and then if that doesn't hold, then we go here 655. 650 to 655. Okay, and that's gonna be this bottom here. Okay, this one could bring up here, and we probably meet around that area if we drop off. Okay, but in general, right now where we at, kind of consolidating here. Maybe we bounce to 688 tomorrow. 688 to 689. We would have to get past 691 in order to get back inside this one and try to push to the highs again. But right now, it's not looking so strong. We had a strong day on Monday, and then Tuesday gave it all up, and then today, got some more down. So tomorrow we might test 690, but we need above 691 to be good. Okay, if we reject this 690, it's what 690.90. If we reject that 20 SMA right there, 690.90. You know, we're just gonna stay in between the 20 SMA and the 50 SMA. And once we lose that 50 SMA, you know, we're coming all the way down to that 100 SMA right at that 677.50. And then we could see that divergence here as well. See that bearish divergence there, you know, and we're still, you know, roughly at the top area. So we're what, $10 away from all-time highs. That's not that far. So that's what I'm looking at for SPY. You know, up tomorrow, but overall gonna be down. So I'll be getting some hedges, some put hedges, definitely some put plays, longer term for the potential drop. Okay, all right. Let's look at NASDAQ. All right, NASDAQ here. So NASDAQ, what do we have? We had that breakout and then failed back inside this consolidation. Now we're outside this consolidation. And here we are here. We're trying to hold that 25,100. Trying, but look at our side weak. Squeeze setting up to the downside. Stochastics weak. Market in general, you know, we had that nice rally, and then, you know, what do we call these? Pyramids, right? We don't like that. We don't like arches, and we don't like pyramids. Okay, those straight up and the straight down, never good. All right, that's straight up, straight down, never good. Okay, here's that straight up, straight down, not good. We lose that 25,000, boom, we're going 24,600, 24,100. And then 23.8. I mean, you know, it makes sense because tech is weak right now. So, you know, if we get good earnings, we still have weak markets. So it's begging for a pullback. Okay, it's begging for a pullback. So I mean, what, might as well just join them, right? Just allow that to happen. All right, so let's go to the Qs. So before that, NASDAQ, in order for this to be good, we need to get above 25,400. If we could get back inside of this, then okay, we're still in this consolidation chop around. But if we can't, if we come up here, reject, well, then you know what's going to happen. We come up here and reject, or we don't even get past this, you know what's going to happen. Straight down. Okay. So that's my take on that. Let's go to Qs. All right. Qs. Okay. So again, that consolidation zone, we broke out here, then we failed, came back inside. We are right at that bottom of that area. We're outside of it, actually. After hours, we're right on the bottom of it, trying to hold it. Okay, you need to get back over 610, and more importantly, 613 to actually be good. Actually be good right here. So definitely looks like it wants to drop off. Okay, you know, this was a gotcha, right? They try to break out, almost made new highs, right? So 637 is all-time highs. This one got 636.60. Almost hit that, almost like a double top. and then completely sold off, right? So it went here on average volume and then sold off on above average volume. So selling off. Okay, market got a squeeze, and it was positive. Now it's going negative. RSI below 50. Stochastics down. Overall, SPY and QQQ looking like they want to come back down. Okay, we need to get back above 613. I mean 610.60, but more so 613. Okay, like I said, tomorrow I do think tomorrow we're gonna have a good day in tech, but I don't know if it's gonna last. Okay, so buy them puts, or else it's gonna get bloody. Okay, let's go to IWM. So IWM here, this one, shooting star reversal at 271. Gap down here, confirmed it. Okay, we still have this bull flag there, but this reversal candle, it's not really giving me strong identity on that bull flag, so I wouldn't trust it too much. Okay, we're outside of the channel. We're below the 20 SMA. RSI still above 50. We can see that high sell volume, and stochastics are looking like they want to turn around, but they're prematurely turning around. So we might have a good day tomorrow, and then setting up for a bad Friday, a red Friday, or we might have a good Thursday and Friday, and then a bad next week. But overall, I'm not seeing. I mean, yes, does it have a bull flag? Yes, but considering this action here, considering this here, this is a big bull flag. Gradient. This is a hard reversal candle, and this is a bear flag. So I'm going off of the hard reversal candle. That is a hard reversal candle. Usually has a top. That's a top. Okay, even though we're only 11 points from there, I think this is a top for now. Yeah, I think that's a top for now, and I think we'll come revisit 250, 252. I think that's what we're gonna come revisit. 252. All right, DIA, just overall looking at it here, DIA is the strongest ETF, right? Out of SPY, QQQ, and IWM, DIA is the strongest. I mean, it's $2 or $1 and some change away from all-time highs. Okay, it's in the consolidation. RSI holding above 50, pushing away. Good volume. We're trying to break out twice, failed, but still tried. Squeeze forming to the upside. Stochastics coming up. It looks good. If this breaks out of that 497, then we go 500 and 504. And we go a little higher too. Go 507.50. 507.50. So 507.50. Yeah. So if that breaks out, this one goes. And this one hasn't been doing much. A lot of chop. We got little flow here, but a lot been very choppy. Very choppy. But we get that out, 507.50. Looks good. This is the best ETF chart, I think. Okay. All right, let's get into some stocks. AMT. All right, AMT. All right, so we got this kind of inverse head and shoulder pattern here. So we got the one shoulder, we got the head, and then we got the right shoulder here. Okay, it's looking good, but it needs above 177.50. Needs above that 50 SMA. Get above there, that's solid. We're gonna start making that right shoulder. Make that right shoulder, pick up, push through that 182. Okay, break that 184. We go 188, 193. Those are targets. Okay, earnings are coming up. 224, so 20 days. So end of the month. Looks good though. All right, PCG. All right, PCG. Got earnings with 12 next week. Okay, so we have a resistance here at 1630. Okay, huge day today. Almost a 6% day. It's a low price stock, but 89 cents is big for that. Breaks at 1630. It goes 1650, 1618. I don't think you get past 1618 before earnings. Yeah, I don't think you get past that before earnings. And you might have trouble getting past this here this week. 1630. I mean, strong candle, opened and closed at the basically it opened at the low and closed at the highs. That's a strong day. Okay, because it's a strong day, we're gonna go a little higher tomorrow, but we're probably gonna hit that 1630 and stop, and then maybe pull back and set up a little bull flag and for earnings. That's my take on that. Okay. GLW. All right, GLW. Let's see. So, all right, this is no good. This is no good. So this is breakout, broke out, failed, sold off, closed under breakout. So this is a false breakout. Then confirmed down. So this is a confirmed false breakout, and you're gonna come back down to 103 and possibly 97. And if you're going to go to 97, might as well get that gap fill here. All right. TER. All right. TER. All right. So this is good and bad. So good news is you broke out of a channel. And, you hit two targets, and 300 is the other target. And it didn't hit that quite. 295.50. $4.50 away. Okay. But the problem is you gapped up here. You went high, sold off, and you made a dark cloud cover. So this is a dark cloud cover. This is a reversal. So tomorrow, if this is any lower than this low at 263.20, that's lower than that. Closes lower than that. That's going to confirm, and you're probably going to fall back inside that channel. Okay. The only positive thing I could think is if it comes back down and it holds the channel and comes back up, maybe there's some saving to this uptrend channel. But if not, this one falls back inside. This is going to be a false breakout. Fall back in the channel. You're going to calmly come back down here and then go in the channel. So today, bad candle. Today had a bad candle. All right. LVS. Okay. All right, this chart here. Let's see here. It looks a lot better on the weekly than it does the daily. We got an inside weekly candle, so that's good. That's a positive. You would have to wait till next week to see if it actually does it. We are in a downtrend here. So you would have to break that downtrend and get over that 20 SMA at 60. So 60 is your wall. So 60 is your wall, but you have an inside weekly candle. So that one closes like that by Friday, and most likely it does. Next week you have to be up, and if that, you have to get through this wall right here. This is a wall. That's a wall. You got the 20 SMA, you got the 100 SMA, you got resistance, you got the weekly 20 SMA, and then you have the downtrend. That's a wall. So you got to get through that wall, and then the RSI needs to get over that 50, and that's only going to happen if you get through that wall. Okay. Otherwise, I wouldn't expect too much for this week. I wouldn't expect too much for this one. I think it's done. Everything it's done for this week, and it's probably going to consolidate for the rest of the week. And then next week, that's the week. This has to break that wall, or else it's not going to do anything. All right. The video. Okay. All right, NVIDIA. NVIDIA had so much promise over here. They had that bull flag. We lost it, then it came back. We tried to break out. We failed to break out. It's a hard wall right here at 193, 194 area. Hard wall. And, we saw it here initially. But we just can't get through that. Tried it here, failed. Tried it here twice, failed. Okay, tried it here 3 times, failed. And came all the way back down. Okay. So we're at really good support right here with NVIDIA. So I do think we get a bounce. I do think we get a bounce tomorrow on tech, as I've been saying. RSI is at 36. Okay, we got a squeeze firing down, but I think that's gonna go away if we go up tomorrow. That squeeze won't be firing down anymore. But essentially what this is going to do, I think we're going to come back to maybe 178 to 180. Maybe a 181. Maybe. But, overall, this is going to form a bear flag. Going to form a bear flag. So we're going to get back up to 180, 181. And then we're going to have a bear flag here. And then from there, if we lose that bear flag, we go to 164, 65. And that's going to be where you buy at. Okay, maybe 168 holds. But I think that we go to 164, 65. And it bounces there. And then earnings are what? End of the month? So yeah, I think we set up. We drop, and then for earnings, we come back. So this month is going to be a weak tech month. Okay, it's only 4 days in, and we already see, tech's so weak. But I think that we're going to get some chop. We're going to get a positive day tomorrow, and then we're going to get some chop Friday, Monday, with tech, and then maybe Wednesday or Thursday, maybe even Tuesday, we drop down, and then we come to this area, and then we hold this area, then we come back, and then for earnings, and then earnings will, either save it or I don't think we go lower than 164. Uh, ooh, ooh, actually, wow. Now that I'm looking at this like this is no good. So if we look at all of this right here, this is not what you want to see. So we have consolidation for a very long time. Okay. 181. Okay. 181 is the middle. Okay. So we could just go like this. Okay, 181. Okay. All right. Broke out, failed. Okay. And then we lost that middle area here. Okay. The last piece is 163. If, for whatever reason, we lose that, this one's going to 140, maybe even, maybe even lower. This could go all the way down. I would say about 140, 147 or 140. Because this right here, if this loses this here, this is distribution right here. This is distribution right here, and then we drop off. Okay. And that's not good. That won't be good at all. Yeah. So hedge up. Hedge up. Hedge up. What is that at? 140. 148 to 147. Right there. So let's see. So it'll be a little bit lower, 141. Okay, so 141. Okay. So we lose that 163, 164 area. We go 141, $20. Okay. So I would suggest you hedging. Definitely hedging. I know we all thought we were going to go to 200. Wanted to, but this week took that away. So it's not set in stone yet, but we lose that 163, 164 area, 141. All right. All right. All right. MicroStrategy. Okay. Earnings tomorrow after the market. We're down. We're at the last support of 126.62. This one's been down all year. I'm just going to clear all this out. Today we did have a nice reversal day, but we're going to have to confirm it tomorrow. And then tomorrow has earnings after the bell. So, this thing is really low though. Really low. Okay, so this is a good area. This is that consolidation zone before it rallied up to 500. Now, it's back in there. It's back in that. So that 113 area is very strong. Well, we have a 200 SMA at 146. Okay, RSI here is low, 25. It's low. It's real low. For weekly, it's low. Okay. So it might be able to go slightly lower, maybe like $10 lower. But overall, in this general area, it looks like it's a buy area. Now, of course, it's going to have earnings tomorrow after the close. I mean, look at that. Our size at 31. It was lower earlier today. Squeeze firing down. So when the squeeze firing down, but you're getting these wicks, that means buyers are coming in. Buyers are coming in. Okay, I mean, we got some kind of positive divergence there on the 4 hour. I'd like to see us over 50 tomorrow on the 1 hour. But, I mean, yeah, this thing has from 457 to 121. It's crazy. Now, hopefully this stock is going to be like, like Meta. Remember when Meta dropped down to like $120 and then all of a sudden it's back at 700 now? So, we'll see. We'll see. But can this have opportunity? I think it does. I think it does. See Bitcoin here. Bitcoin's at 72. So our first target was 78,000. Okay, couldn't hold that. Then our next target was 72. So it's at 72 now. Can that be it? Okay. That better be it. Cuz that's support right there. And you don't want to go lower than that. Big gap, huh? So you got to hold that 72. Can't hold that 72. There's a big problem. But let's see. 23. I think it holds at 72. It bounces. Stochastic looks like it wants to bounce. R size already low. Under 30. Under 25. We already completed all the waves. We got the 1 wave, the 2 wave, the 3 wave, the 4 wave, and the 5 wave. And this should be it. Bitcoin should bottom. Bitcoin should bottom here. Waves are complete. I wanna call that 72,000. I'm gonna call that as a bottom. Okay. All right. And we'll find out tomorrow, right? On MicroStrategy's earnings. It might be the bottom. Could be. Think about picking bottoms, though. Stock could always go lower, right? So it's hard picking tops and it's hard picking bottoms. Sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes you just get you get lessons. All right, work day. Okay, workday has some support here. We got a squeeze on the monthly pushing down. But again, we get the wicks. What is this at? 33. Okay. All right. So initially, looking at this daily, it's a start. It's a bullish engulfing. That's good. Completely ate that day. Okay. That's good. Okay, we get follow through. That's going to be good. Okay. And then you have potential to go to 188.80. Okay, that's pretty big. $18. Almost $19. So bullish engulfing, pushes through, fills this gap here at 172.66, pushes, goes, and then come back to fill this gap and test that 20 SMA. So as long as this has follow through tomorrow, this is your target. All right. All right. AMD, the 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 stock that just disappointed. All right, we had great earnings. Gap down, sold off. Now remember, I said Nvidia could drop to 141, right? Okay, AMD, gonna get a bounce, maybe to. I want to say we could probably bounce to. We're gonna bounce to 210 to 214. Yeah, 214. Okay, we could bounce there. I don't know if it's gonna go as high as 214. It's possible, but I'm not sure. So here's a downtrend. We broke that downtrend. This is why we broke that downtrend and we set up a bull flag. It looked beautiful until it, earnings, that's why earnings are 50-50. But if we get through 207, because that's where the downtrend is, if we could get through 207, we go 210 and possibly 214. But if we can't get through 207 or 208, actually, if we can't get through 208, then, this one's going to set up, and it's going to set up to gap fill. We're going to end up gap filling at that 174, 170 area. So, that's where it looks like it's going. So whatever upside we get tomorrow, that's your cue to get some puts to the big gap fill. All right. The big gap fill. Okay, SMCI. All right, SMCI. I've been saying it's a buy here. Let's see here. Just been kind of like doing nothing though. This is a consolidation. RSI, nice bullish divergence. Squeeze. Okay, we're above the 20 SMA. We're above the 50 SMA. Now we just got to break that 3587. Once we break that 3587, we go 39, 37, 41. And if we could get past that, then we go to this 4686 gap fill. 4686 gap fill. There. But we need to get past it. This is a consolidation zone. It looks positive though. It looks good. So this here take us to 4387. So 4387. But you need to get outside of this. Above 36, 4387. Okay. All right. Hood. Hood. I've been saying Hood was going down since here. Man, I should have got some puts on that. Yeah, but we've been saying it's going down, and now it's really going down. What is that? 17 on the RSI here, and we're outside of the channel. Mixed feelings with this one right here, because the momentum that's pushing this down is really big. The volume that's coming with it is big as well. So I do think it bounces tomorrow, and that's because it's either gonna bounce tomorrow and get back inside this channel and continue the downtrend down, or and I want to say it does bounce because everything's extremely low. RSI's low, stochastics, but just that momentum of volume, and we're breaking the channel. It's all right. It's going to do one of two things. Tomorrow, it's going to either get back inside of the channel, hold it, and have a good, strong day, or it's just going to completely sell off hard and really lose this channel. And if you really going to lose this channel, then you're going to go down here. $67. So you have some support right here, and that's why I'm saying, you know, with everything taken equally, this might be an overshot, and tomorrow we get back inside. Okay, so if it's positive for any reason tomorrow, it's gonna get back inside, and we're probably gonna get 84 to 85. So about $4 or $5. Okay, if we're not, we open lower and sell off, we're going to 67. Okay, that's it. That's all she wrote. Okay. Coin. Ooh, another one that just, man. 444. Somebody's angel numbers right there. Now it's 160. Oof. Man. Okay. All right. So coin. You know, obviously with me saying Bitcoin bottomed today, you know, last words I'm gonna eat, right? I'm gonna eat those words when it doesn't, but I'm saying it. You gotta stand for things, you know. So I don't want to say that coin is at a bottom because I would think 147. I mean, anywhere between 147 and 160 is a area of strong area for bottom. We're almost there. It might be there if we get back above 176 tomorrow. There's a very good possibility that this bottoms here. Okay, if we don't, then you know we're going to this general area here. Okay. Earnings is next week. So we either come here before earnings or we set up above 176 and we hold that area until earnings. And we'll have kind of like a little preview tomorrow with MicroStrategy what that's gonna look like and if Bitcoin actually does bottom. Because that's going to be a big thing. If this actually is a bottom for Bitcoin and MicroStrategy has good earnings, okay, right after the bottoming of Bitcoin, then you know that's going to tell us, okay, tech is coming back, tech is pulling back. Okay, we got consumer staples going, we got oils going, we got energy going, and then we're gonna transfer in possibly a rotation into the cryptocurrencies areas. You know, like the Coinbases, the MicroStrategies, and the other ones that I can't speak on. It's not on top of my head right this second. Okay, so I hope that long talk got something out of there. All right. We'll get into BA. All right, BA. Nice bull flag, but you gotta see this is a weekly bull flag right here. Weekly bull flag, and we're in between that support here at 238 and then 225. That's a weekly support. So we could still hit 225 and be very bullish. Very bullish. If we get back above 238, that's very bullish as well. It's said he set up and, you know, go wherever it said he go. But right now it's just consolidating on the daily. Just consolidating here. We're below the 20 SMA. The moving averages are catching up. It's just going to go sideways. If we get back over 238, that's good. But we're in between that and that. So we're going sideways. Okay. Oxy. All right. Oxy. Bullish channel. Okay. Very strong days, 2 days. Very strong. Volume today was amazing. 165%. All right. We're at the top of a channel. Okay. And the channel has been respected quite a few times. Okay. So, if we could break 47, okay, not only will we break out of this bull flag here, but we will break out of this channel here, and that'll take us to 49. Okay, but our main target for that breakout is 50. So we break out of here. Break out of here. We're going to 49.70. Okay, so 49 and then 50. Okay, we break through that, and you know we had strong, huge volume today. We don't see that of like we're not gonna break out. So I think this will break out. So, you know, I know I may have sold a little oxy today just because we were up so much, but I think that may have been a bad call, and it didn't go higher. I mean, I still got some oxy too, but you know, that's what I mean. Oils, I mean, energy is looking strong. It's looking strong. Oxy, it's a little slower than you know, XOM, CVXs, but it's still it's starting to wake up. Starting to wake up, and if it breaks that 47 tomorrow, this week, you know, anticipate. If we break that 47 tomorrow, anticipate 48, and then 49 by Friday. So 48 tomorrow, and then 49 Thursday. I mean Friday. Yeah, and then we'll, you know, on the road to 50. Okay, but looks good. Looks good. All right, AMD already did. Okay. Microsoft. All right. Microsoft's in this gap. It's in this gap. And, you know, this is not a bullish Rami. It's not a bullish Rami. It's nothing. It's a inverted hammer. Possible reversal right there, but it's not. It would need to get over 420 tomorrow. It would need to get over 420 tomorrow in order for this to be a reversal. But most likely we're going at 396. That's going to be the gap fill. So 396.90. That's pretty much where it's going. Tech is weak. You know, we could see that. Yeah, I mean, it was very strong, and then it just lost it That 470 gave it up, and now we're going to 396, and we better hold that 396 too. I think it will. I think it will. I think tech just needs to fill some gaps, and then it will get its footing back. It will get its footing back. All right. Oracle. 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 When you think it's done, it's just not done yet. Think it's done, it's not done. Let's see here. All right. Okay. 200 estimate weekly, 136.14. 136.14. Okay, where are we at right here? 23. All right, Oracle. It's kind of weird, but I mean, Oracle. I mean, I know it does a lot of things. Okay, but that makes sense now. Okay, so yeah, that makes sense. Oracle. I know it has a lot of servers and a lot of cloud stuff, but it has a lot of blockchain too. And this is why this is reminding me of Bitcoin. It's reminding me of Bitcoin. So again, if I'm gonna eat my foot and I'm calling Bitcoin a bottom right now, then so be it. But I'm thinking Bitcoin's bottoming, and in that, I think that all of the stocks will start bottoming as well. So 146. I would like it better at 137, but I don't pick and choose where it decides to bottom. We do have a gap right here at 141. But I think any time this week, this is gonna bottom. Whether it's today, whether it's tomorrow, it's probably we're probably gonna. I think MicroStrategy is gonna be the beginning of the beginning of us knowing what's gonna go on, right? So if we have positive good, I think that's gonna show through the whole sector or industry that all of these crypto stocks have been falling. So we got to hold that 72 on Bitcoin. That happens. That's the first start. Then MicroStrategy earnings tomorrow. That's gonna be the next. I don't see it's a bad. I don't think it's a bad play. Anywhere around this area, I think it's gonna. I think this is the bottom area. I think it's the bottom area. You know. But I thought this one bottom here, and then it fooled us, right? Now this one, we're gonna figure it out tomorrow. But I think I just have a feeling that just this area here it's gonna be a bottoming area. Okay, bottoming area. All right, CRM. All right, CRM, Salesforce. Uh, Salesforce needs to get back over 207.60 by the end of the week. Yeah. It does have a bottoming candle, and it's no, not quite. No, it's just a bottoming candle. Uh, I would have liked it better if we had a bullish divergence on there, but we don't. Maybe on the 4 hour. Uh, Not enough. 1 hour. Definitely on the 1 hour. But that just tells me it's gonna push tomorrow. But is that telling me it's done dropping? This is the bottom. Not convinced, but if it gets over that 207.50, 207.65, even better yet 209, then okay, you got some substance there. Um, but I do think it's gonna have a positive day tomorrow. And earnings are 225. End of month. Okay. All right. Okay. What's up, Braja? All right. Adobe. Adobe. All right, Adobe. All right. See now here's what I mean. That's it looks kind of like Salesforce, pretty much, but it better, better than Salesforce. It has a bullish divergence here. Very good bullish divergence. You can tell it very strong, and we have a piercing line reversal here with high volume. That is another very good thing. So we got a bullish divergence, piercing line reversal, very strong volume. That's good. That's good. This looks like a great bottom. This looks like a great bottom. So I would be long this one. I would definitely be long this one. Let me see how far it's been down. Okay, and we're here at this area of support that's very strong. I like it. I like it a lot. And if this is a descending triangle, we're at the bottom of that descending triangle, and we'll probably be setting back to go up. So 400 maybe. We're at what, 280? Yep. So don't like that, but do like this. So 330, okay. 400, okay. Okay, but on the short term, I'm liking 290. I'm liking 290 for this week. So $10. So I mean, we could get that tomorrow. But yeah, I would say 290 to 300. I think a 290 swing all day. February 20th, 2 weeks out. And I think that it probably hits this week. I mean, yeah, that definitely probably hits this week. Let's see, some lottos. Let's see, 290. I would say 285s would be a nicer cushion, but I mean you could do 290. I think it does hit 290 this week. Yeah, I think that happens. Okay, we stay above that 279.40. We should get 290 this week. Yeah. But like I said, this is a beautiful bottom. So I think it will go more in the general this month and next month. I think it goes more. I think it goes back to 340. 340 happens. 355, very, very possibility. We just have to confirm this tomorrow, and if we get up there to 290, then you know this one's gonna go. All right, and then you could get some swing. Shoot. 325. Let me see where am I looking at? Yeah, 325 is at 50 SMA. Yeah, all day trade right there. March 20th, 325, 44 days out. That gives you about a month and a week. Um, well, actually, no, month, a month and a little bit more than just a week. But yeah, I think that happens. You have 44 days to hit 325, and this is a very strong bottom. I like it. I like it a lot. Like it a lot. All right, Adobe, really good. All right, next, crowd. All right, crowd. CrowdStrike. Okay, so all right, so this was a falling wedge, which broke out, failed, and then broke down. Okay, um, we're at very strong support here. 407. All right. Very strong support right here. It looks like a bounce. We have an indecision candle on the daily. Indecision candle, and you know that's a good thing. It's a good thing. Indecision candle means you know it doesn't want to go lower anymore. Okay, the buyers and sellers are equal, but that just means there's no more sellers initially. That's what it means to me. So I think this bounces and we get over 422.86 tomorrow, and maybe hit 430. Yeah, 430. Okay, I think that happens this week. 430 this week. 15 points, not bad. Um, big volume on that indecision candle with the squeeze firing down. That's a nice divergence in my head. Whenever you have a squeeze firing down and it's more than two, more than one, and it's two, and then you have a reversal, that's good, because this is supposed to be momentum going down, and then you have buyers stepping in when that momentum is pushing down. That's very strong right there. I think that's going to turn, and we're going to go 430 this week, maybe even more. I think that this is a good bottom. I think this is a great bottom. So Adobe, good bottom. Crowd, good bottom. I like it. I like Adobe's better, but Crowd, not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad, Crowd. Not bad. All right. PNAW. All right. PNAW. Dropped off, huh? It was consolidating at that 182 for a while and then dropped off. Reversal. Tomorrow, need to confirm it. So if we get above 167.35 tomorrow, this is going to come back in, and we're probably going to consolidate in this general area between 180 and 170 until earnings at the end of the month. Or no, next week. Like maybe 2 weeks. No, week and a half. Week and a half. So yeah, I think this does bottom here, but I don't think it's not bottom like it's going to take off, because it's probably going to jump back in this 170 180 area and just stay in there until earnings, which is 13 days out, so 2 weeks. All right. Whew. Okay. MP. MP. Okay. All right. So this is a huge consolidation cluster here. And we have all right. We have one, two, three columns of consolidation inside of this larger consolidation. Okay, we do have, you know, a nice little structure here for a bull flag, but it's mostly consolidation. We're probably going to consolidate in this general area here until earnings. And then earnings at the end of the month is either going to take us to the upper end of the channel or the lower end of the channel. So we're going to stay in the middle for now. Not really seeing much of this. Not seeing much. Not seeing much. It's going to go like this for a little bit, as it's already been doing. So what do you want to do? Buy in near 52, sell near 72. That's what it's been kind of doing. Okay. Buy 66K buy. Okay, so if this drops here, this is a buy area. Okay, comes up here, it's a sell area. That's it. It's just pure chop right there. Chopperoni. All right. Arm here. Let's see, arm. Arm. Really don't see much on arm except this. So there's your box. You got the lower end of the box. You got a bullish divergence on there. That's good. You're at the lower end of the box. Okay, as long as it holds this level. As long as it holds 104, you go back to 110. You're going to chop around here for a little bit, but you're going to get back over that 110 eventually. Whether it's, you know, this one took 4 days and it got back over. This one is 4 days here. Maybe it's tomorrow. I don't know. Oh, wait. What am I looking at? Did it have earnings? Okay. All right. So now it's outside the box. Okay. So, it had earnings. Well, now we have problems, right? Because if we're under the box, then we're going to 90. Okay. So if we're under the box, we take the box and put the box on the bottom. And then where's that at? 90. 90 and 88. So that's where it's going. Unless it could get back above 104 tomorrow. If it could get back above 104 tomorrow, hey, what I was saying earlier goes. But if it can't get above that 104, 90. 90 and 88. 88, 90. Okay. Okay. All right. So, are we at? Okay, so we're at a low for sure. Okay. All right. All right. Does it look like it's bottomed? No, it doesn't. This does it. I don't know how closely this follows Bitcoin, but doesn't really doesn't really give me the vibe that it follows it that closely. I mean, the price action is very different. Price action is very different than Bitcoin's. Um, does it have a general downward slope with all the other Bitcoin stocks? Yes, it does. Um, I don't see a bottom here. I don't. But I mean, that could change tomorrow. Could change tomorrow. Again, and tomorrow is, what we're waiting for. So I'm not really familiar with this. I know I looked at it before, but what is this? Operates blockchain. Okay, Ethereum, Bitcoin. Okay. All right, third-party host agreements. Okay. Well, look, if this price was real, if that price really happened, you're getting it for $20. It's pretty cheap. Even if it goes back to 40, you double. So, I think anything around 20, anything under 20 is great. Um, as long as the stock doesn't go bankrupt, uh, I think that it has a potential to go back to 40 because that's where the price was for a while, right at that 40, 45 level. That was the mid level there. So if this could be a little gold mine, right? If if you pick it up around 20, even 1950, that's great. Buy some stock or even just buy some long calls for $30, and if it goes to 40, you bank. I know after hours right now it's right at 20, so I don't think it bottomed here, but it's very close. Just like all the other Bitcoin stocks, blockchain stocks. All right, Google. Google. All right, so Google, false breakout, bearish divergence, high sell volume. Okay, tech is dead right now. Okay, Google, I love it. It's been very good to us this past year. Last year, it was great to us. We made a lot of money on Google. But it's time to short it some. It's gonna drop. It's gonna fall. And once it breaks 328.85, this one's coming back down at 315. Okay? So even if you just want to short it to 315, that's fine. Get some puts on it. If you want to hedge it up. It had earnings after hours and it popped, right? Oh, and then it dropped again. Okay. So basically it's gonna kill puts and calls. So tomorrow maybe we'll be up and then we'll be flat, but I'm gonna look for my opportunity to get some puts on Google and 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 a lot of tech tomorrow. Okay. Okay. Because it's gonna be up tomorrow. All right. All right. All right. Meta just giving up the whole earnings play, huh? So earnings and then This is death right here. This, I know it looks like a crucifix, because that's death right there, and that's you never want to see that, and then this one right next to it. This is the cross and the tombstone, and this one's just dropping. Okay, and we're below. We're already below where we were earnings, so that whole earnings move, we're negative. We are negative. And this is support right here too. Okay, so I like I said, tech is dead for the time being. Does it bounce tomorrow? Yeah, I think it gets a little bounce, maybe to 680, maybe 677, 680. I don't think it goes higher than 684, because that's a or 683. I don't think it's, oh no, 684. I don't think it goes higher than 684. I think it builds like a bear flag, and then drops more to 624, 6. Well, we essentially come down to 618 to the gap fill right there, 618. So do we bounce tomorrow? Yes, and then that's gonna be your crucifix, tombstone, bear flag set up for drop to 618. So I hate everybody loves tech, of course. The whole market is built off of tech. Technology is beautiful to us, right? But it's just not tech's time right now. All this rotation. All right. All right. Okay, our Kroger. Okay, Kroger. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. RSI pushing, squeeze, setting up. It looks good. Broke downtrend. Okay, it just needs to break this this resistance level here. 68. Break that. It's golden. Target 71. 74. Okay, so you got to break that 68, and there are your targets. Looks good. Looks great. Bull flag just fired here. We hit both targets here. 200 SMA acting as resistance. Downtrend's broken. Good volume. 173%. That's great. Break that 68. We go 7174. Okay. All right. GIS. Okay. So rotation. This is rotation. All of these guys used to be down and out. Now look at these guys. They're waking up. They're getting some good, strong volume in. Okay, this is rotation. Got to follow the money. So we got let's see here. Oh, this is beautiful. 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 All right. This is beautiful. Why is this beautiful? We have a downtrending channel. Okay, that 20 SMA was acting as resistance. We broke out of that 20 SMA. Now we're going to test the channel break here. All right, and that's going to be right here at that 49. We break that 49. More importantly, we've got to break that 49.72. We break that, and the momentum is there. The momentum is there. Okay, we will go 52, 55. Okay. Big target is going to be 61. 61. So you got downtrend, break all that. You go 52, 55, 61. Looks great. Like the Momo. And the big question is, can we break that downward channel? I think so, but we'll see. Okay. Shell. Okay, what is this? Energy. Okay, Shell. Okay, is this like Shell gasoline? Got it. Got it. Okay. So. Okay. It looks good. Looks good. There we go. All right, looks good. Earnings tomorrow before market opens. I think it's gonna be good. Uh, Now I don't. I mean, I know all energy been going this week. Uh, I just don't like the run up before earnings. I don't like that. But you know what? We had that sell off with AMD, and then it completely died and sold off even harder. So maybe it's just the opposite now. So maybe the run up is good. This earnings cycle. So the run up is good, and it's going to take off even more. So where do we target? Got 82. Okay. Got 80. Okay. This bull flag target 80 and 82. Okay. Overall, like 84. Okay. Now the earnings comes out. Might not do nothing, but if I think it's gonna be good. All other earnings for gasoline area, I mean like Chevron, Exxon Mobil, those earnings were great, and I mean they kind of gapped down and then rallied up. But so if this does the same thing, gaps down and rallies up, it's a buy. But overall, nice bullish chart. Okay. All right. ENPH. All right. Well, this one has been kind of doing nothing, huh? It just woke up. Had good earnings. Yeah, great earnings. Okay. Rally back up to 53.30. Okay. Okay. Okay, 53.30 is kind of a strong resistance area. But again, let's take a look at the larger view. All right. So good above the 20 SMA, good above the 50 SMA. Okay. All right. All right. So it looks good overall, but the problem with gap ups like this, um, the next couple days it's gonna be inside. We're let's say it has a lot of Momo and it keeps going, but majority of the time, probably like 90% of the time, when you have a big gap up like this, you're gonna go sideways for a little while, at least for like the rest of the week, maybe a couple of days next week, and then it's gonna decide what it wants to do. But it does look bullish. Needs to get past 55 though. Okay. All right. So far. All right. So far, I told you guys if we lost 25, we're gonna go to 20, and here we are at 20. All right. It's a buy at 20. It's a buy at 20. But I just don't like this. I really don't like that. It's a buy at 20. It just, I would just buy long term, buy some leaps on it. It's not gonna recover right away. We're gonna probably stay in this general area for a little while. And then overall, is it a buy here overall? Yes. Is it gonna V-shape recover? I don't think so. Our size at 22, okay, and it's at 20. It's a buy, yes. It's a longer term buy though. It's not like I don't think it's a trade buy that you just trade for the week or two. I think it's a longer term buy, yes. All right, yeah, that's what I'm sticking with that. All right. Intel. All right, so Intel, strong. I get it, but again, tech is dead for now. It does have a bull flag. It is setting up. This candle is nasty here, but it's coming back. If we can get past 50 though, we're going back to 41. But if we could get past 50, we test 55, we go to 60, and high target 66. But I think you should hedge up that 50 area. You need to get past it, or else you go to 41. All right. Amazon. So, I told you guys this area just doesn't want to go. Doesn't like that area. Doesn't like that area. Doesn't like that area. And it has earnings tomorrow after market. I think it drops. I know I've been an Amazon hater for all year, but there's a reason why. Been doing nothing, jack nothing. So yeah, I think it drops. I I mean tech is dead. So this is technically, I mean, it's a consumer staple, I guess, because it sells products and stuff, but it is techie. But I don't know. Maybe, but I only say it drops because it's been inside of this consolidation for the longest, and it's right at the top of it. So if it does not break out and shoot past all-time highs, it's dropping back down here. It's a big risk. Amazon always beats. They always beat. They always beat. They always beat. But just because they always beat doesn't mean they can't drop. It's either right here, they drop, they beat. Okay, over here, they beat, popped, and then dropped back down. So, I mean, if we do pop anywhere which way and we don't get past 250, it's a short. Short it. All right, KMB. All right, KMB. All right, KMB over the 20 SMA, over the 50 SMA, going to 105, possibly 109. Squeeze forming, RSI bullish over 50. Okay, going to 105, 109. Okay. All right, CRWV. All right, core wave. Okay, failed that breakout here, and then coming up here, we're holding that 50. We need to get back over 92.55, or we're stuck in this sea of chop right here. So we need to get back 92.55. We need that. It's going to be above the 20 SMA. It's going to be above daily support. We need that. And that's the top of this consolidation zone. We need above that. We need above that. Okay. Lulu. Okay, 183. Okay, it's consolidating. This one needs to get back above 188.50. This is stuck in that consolidation zone right here. You see this consolidation zone there, so we got to get above that 180, but we need to get above that 188.50 more so. Okay, so right now it's just dead money right here. It looked great over here, and now it's back to no man's land. It's just dead money right here. We need to get past 183 and 188.50. All right, SLV. SLV, what is this? So drop. Okay, and then here. Yeah, I think it's a short again. This is a A, B, C correction, and we're probably going to go to 56. So A, B, C correction all the way to 55. 55, 56, that's my target. I'll get short this in the morning. Or it's already dropping. Too late. I mean, it's not too late. So look at here. You can see it even better. It's a bear flag. Okay. Rejected that 81, 87, which was that strong daily support. Okay. Now it's dropping. Okay. This is a bear flag fire right at 64. 64 breaks, we go to 55. It's all through. So 50, 56. That's where we're going. It's going to be cut in half in a week. It was at 109. Then we're going to get 55 by the end of the week. Possibly by the end of the week. That's crazy. Cut in half that fast. Ooh. Hope you guys sold your silver. I did. That's crazy. That is crazy. All right. AVGO. Right at that gap fill. It's holding. It's at the 20 SMA. 200 SMA. Holding. It needs to hold 308. If it could do that, great. It bounces back to 332. It needs back over 333. And then it's good. But if we can't hold that 308, I think it is. I think it's going to chop in this area until earnings. But if you don't hold that, 265. All right, guys. That's all I got for you guys tonight. Thanks for hanging out and coming out. I'll see you guys next week. Good night.